Hello, gorgeous ones. This is Dr. V. If you are new to this channel, I want to welcome you and let you know that what we do here, and this is actually for all of you, all of this beautiful Live Tarot family who is already together, as well as all of you who are just joining in. We do love readings here for all of you who are on a journey to love, which may be either a union or even a reunion with someone that you feel a deep connection with. Now, we do use the terms divine masculine and divine feminine, but these are just energies. So use them as they suit you and, leave the rest. So we also use terms like twin flame, soulmate, immortal beloved, sacred union. Again, use those terms, but make sure that you don't let them limit you, because I want you to know that there is nothing here that the divine masculine is better than the feminine, or the feminine is more important than the masculine. We are all equal in the eyes of spirit. And my mission is to help you to gain more understanding and clarity so that you can make the best possible choices for yourself and on this journey to love as you move forward. I also want to make sure that you understand that in no way am I advocating that if the person that you are involved with right now is not treating you right? Say they're just not ready and they are engaging in certain behaviors that are very hurtful to you, right? And that, you have given all that you can to them, and yet still they're just not in a place yet. They're not a place yet in their development or in their life situation, or spiritually, mentally, emotionally, in all those ways, they're just not ready. Then I want you to give yourself permission to move on with your life if that is what the voice of spirit and your intuition tells you to do. There's no reason why labels such as twin flames or soulmates or whatever it is that you use should limit you into a situation where you're not happy. Because even if someone is our twin flame, and I'm saying this from personal experience, it doesn't mean that we cannot be happy and fulfilled with so many other possible soulmates and wonderful life partners, ones who may be out there waiting for you, waiting for you. You could be the love of someone else's life. You don't know that. And that is the beauty of this human journey that we have all been gifted with. So I'm sorry that I went on a little bit right now, but I just wanted to address that because I have been getting questions and comments regarding this issue. And for those of you who are in a relationship and maybe struggling, right? Maybe going through some ups and downs, maybe going through some separation, either short term or long term. So this is all for your benefit, to help you, to guide you, to have, spirit really help you along this journey. So what I've done is pre-shuffled all of the decks that I'll be using, as well as these decks that I've created specifically for all of you who are on this journey. So let's go ahead and start our reading. So Spirit, can you please tell us, how is the divine masculine currently feeling about his feminine? How is the divine masculine currently feeling towards his feminine? Where is the divine masculine's energy? Wow, towards his feminine at this time. Whoa, look at that. I like that one. Oh, wow. Oh, just lovely. So I'm feeling that there is a lot of sadness, okay? A lot of sadness and this feeling of missed opportunities coming forth from the masculine collective right now, because look at this, okay? Sad embrace. There is definitely a sense of loss that the divine masculine is feeling right now when it comes to his feminine. He feels that he may have lost out on the opportunity of a lifetime, right? He feels that he made certain mistakes, that he put up walls around himself. See? 7 of Wands. He feels that he without even really understanding. It's almost like this knee-jerk response, right? That somehow without even understanding the long-term consequences, that he just put up walls around himself because he wasn't emotionally ready to open up to his feminine in the way that he should have been, right? I think that these particular masculines, they have some sort of blocks within them. Now, it could be situational, right? It could be that there are things going on in their 3D world that have made them into a certain kind of a person, as in like that have made them a little bit more on that pessimistic side, right? Like there's a bit of doubt, like, even when he feels that, wow, I have met the love of my life, my soulmate, my twin flame, my feminine, she's everything to me. There was something in him that either due to internal blocks or external blocks, there was some sort of a fear, some sort of a doubt that kept him keeping himself a little bit away, right? Keeping himself on guard, not wanting to let his walls down to his feminine. And as a result of that, he realizes that he could lose you completely, right? And so there's a tremendous sense of loss coming through here, as well as a sense of stress. This 9 of Wands to me is like almost like it began here and now it's ending here. So it's like this, it's like he feels that he's gone through a lot of struggle in his life. And I'm not saying that this has to do with you, feminine. It's not the struggle that he's gone through with you, but it's more about the struggles that he has always dealt with. And I'm thinking that it is very much from his childhood as well, because he also came through as this Page of Cups, right? Which tells us that in his emotional development, he is still extremely youthful. He's still childlike and immature. There are aspects of your masculine that almost become like a little boy when it comes to his emotions. I'm also feeling that many of you are that you guys are like, wow, you know what? My masculine, when I think of him and when I see him and when I see like what kind of man he is, I'm feeling that many of your masculines on the outside, they come across as very manly men, right? They could be very type A. They could be very physically strong. They could be, tall, handsome, muscular, a little foreboding. Like when they walk into a room, people are like, whoa, who's that, right? They may be like that in their physical presence, but I'm feeling that many of them, that physicality hides the more childlike emotional state. And I'm not saying childlike in the sense that he hasn't developed or there's something wrong with that. It's more about his own childhood wounds, right? There are things in him that he experienced, and it's coming through very strongly when he was a child, that have left him a bit in a time portal. I don't know how else to put it, that have left him in some sort of a time portal where when certain memories are triggered in him, he kind of goes back to being that little boy, right? So sometimes when he is in a romantic relationship, right? When he is with you, feminine, there are certain things that that romantic relationships bring up in him that make him kind of regress back to those memories of when he was a child. And so it's like what he's done is he's compartmentalized those, right? He's put them in kind of like a little box in various places in his heart. And sometimes they're triggered. And what they do is they send him back through that time portal, right? They make him feel very vulnerable. They make him feel like a child feels when they know that they are powerless in the world, right? Because they are not adults. They don't have any way to exercise their power. It's almost like they are forced to endure, right? So, and it's interesting, isn't it, that that came through here amongst this energy of 7 and 9 of Wands, which are really energies of enduring, right? They're very much about endurance. They're very much about standing your ground, learning how to be a man, learning how to be strong, learning how to ward off attack, learning how to ward off the outside world and some of its more negative influences and negative situations. And by the time you leave the 7 and get to the 9, you are now in the place of being extremely war weary. And that's exactly the combination here that we're getting when it comes to these divine masculines. It's like they are inside this little boy and outside this war-weary man, this man who has felt that he has gone through a lot of struggle and disappointments. And part of his disappointment right now is in himself. He feels that he has let his feminine down by exercising his free will in the wrong way, like behaving in ways that did not bring you closer to him, but actually pushed you away. That's the other energy that I'm getting, is that he learned in this, it's kind of like that time portal again. He learned in those childhood events that if he were to push back, if he were to push away, somehow he could handle it. And so it's become kind of that knee-jerk response. Like that's how he exercises that free will. And sometimes he does so by completely shutting down. So I'm also getting that energy. And I feel like that's coming through right here, feminine, very much. You see this figure? This figure is shut down. They are extremely sad. They are, like they're just kind of within themselves. And so this is the energy that I'm feeling right now. The masculine very much feels defeated. He feels that he hasn't been worthy of you, feminine, that he hasn't shown you who he really is and who he can really be. Like he feels like he's shown you more of the negative sides of himself over the positive that he knows is there, and he wishes that you could see and believe was there, right? And so look at this. It's like this keys on trees is really about the energy of feeling like you feel very defeated, that you couldn't find the key to the solution to this problem, right? There's a sense of defeat. But what this card is also trying to say, though, is that it's not true, right? This is in his mind, if he were to just reach out, if he were to start feeling good, if he were to start coming towards you in the right way, then he can. It's within him to find the key to solve this problem, to solve this situation, and to bring you closer to him, to work with you in order to do that. Because look, the connection is there. See, passion and pleasure, savor your life. So there is a definite connection of passion and pleasure that the two of you have that is still there. It hasn't gone anywhere. It's just a matter of you two, if that is something you want to do, feminine, if he hasn't pushed you away completely, and if it's something that you are open to work together so that you can find that solution. Because look what his message is. I feel like you're on the other side of my every breath. So it's almost like, for those of you who are struggling right now, it's almost like your masculine can't even breathe without you, right? He's really struggling to even breathe clearly because he feels so afraid that he has lost you, or that, you may not, be open to him anymore, right? So that is what his energy right now, his feelings are right now towards you. He wishes that he could somehow salvage the situation, or make the situation better in terms of what has been going on between the two of you. Okay, so then this is important. Our next question, right? And see guys, I feel like if you have been guided to this reading, make sure that you stay with me until the end, because there are messages here that were meant for you. Okay, there's clarity here waiting for you. I feel that very deeply. So make sure you stay with me. So our next question for Spirit is, if that is the case, and I think it's like it's coming through very, very strong right now from the masculine, there are things that he needs to understand about the feminine, right? I mean, there are things that he is not getting. If there's a disconnect right now and he is really shit scared of losing you, feminine, then he needs to understand certain things about you. So what is it? What is it that the divine masculine needs to understand about his feminine in order to win her again, in order to win her love again? What is it that the masculine needs to understand, wow, about his feminine? Oh my gosh, wow. Oh my gosh, look at this. Oh, wow. Wow. What does the masculine need to understand about his feminine? Oh my. In order to win her over again, in order to really be the man that she needs. Okay, what does the masculine need to understand about his feminine? Wow, look at that. Amazing. This is so powerful, you gorgeous, gorgeous ones. Oh my, this is so powerful. Okay, look at this. Now, this is something that I think is just phenomenal. Look at this. Now, feminines, what the masculine needs to understand about you is that you are a dynamic, gorgeous, amazing, multifaceted woman. Not only are you the Queen of Cups, but you are also the Queen of Wands, as in you have both of these Queen's elements within you. And that is something that your masculine must understand. And this is so interesting. It's like he's coming up here as a King of Swords. And I feel that what is really cool about this is that you are all extremely action oriented. You know what you want. You're clear on most of what you want. And when you're clear, you go out and get it, right? You don't wait for the world to come to you. You go out and make things happen from the power of your own spirit. And then at the same time, you are very invested in your emotional life. You seek not only worldly satisfaction, which is what this Queen of Wands does, right? Satisfaction and success in the outside world, but you also seek the satisfaction of your emotional life. Like you want your emotional desires to be satisfied. You want your emotional needs to be satisfied. You want to feel that you're thriving both in your internal and external world. And that is why you are coming up as these two queens. And what it is that what you want the masculine to understand is that you need him to be this King of Swords, as in you would like your masculine to be a man who is extremely self-confident and sure of himself. He is a man to be respected. Like you want to respect your man. You don't want to feel that he is less than you, or, he's still playing catch up. Like, he's still this, he's still that. No, you want him to be a man who is in control of his thoughts, right? Swords energy, who is a leader, who knows how to walk into a room. And we had that same analogy before, like, wow, when he walks into a room, people notice, right? Also that he is very self-confident. He's very sure of himself. Like, he knows who he is, he knows what he wants, and he goes after it. And so that is why he is so damn sexy. Okay, that is what you want your masculine to understand. And I think that that is absolutely fantastic. And so the other aspect of this is that part of this comes from his ability to truly listen to you, right? When a man is very sure of himself, when he is a naturally self-confident, smart, organized, very clear man, he is a good listener because he doesn't need to have a bunch of mental chatter in his head. And that's why I think he's also coming up in this swords energy for you, feminine, is that you want a man who doesn't have excessive mental chatter. You want a man who has mastered his mind. And therefore, because he has mastered his mind, he's a damn good listener. He's going to listen to you and he's going to truly hear you. He's not just going to pretend to listen, right? He is going to really open up his entire soul, his body, his ears, his mind, and listen to you and understand you at the deepest level. And that's what you want. You want his deep understanding. You want him to really see you for who you are and to deeply understand where you're coming from, what you believe, what you want, and how you see this partnership moving forward. And so that's why I also feel that part of what you want, and I find this to be really lovely because look at this. To me, this is a combination of two elements, the sun and water. Right? So I feel like the other thing that you want your masculine to understand about you is that as this powerful feminine, when you get into sometimes these places where you have split energy because your masculine may be trying you in certain ways. I mean, that's only natural, right? All of us are going to have friction in any relationship we have because we each are different personas. So when that happens, you sometimes have split energy towards him. Like you may be pulling him towards you, you may be pushing him away, right? So when that happens, your masculine needs to understand that you need to find balance again. And that's important, that you need that space to find your own balance because you are not just this, look at this sleeping beauty. Like, that whole idea, that whole myth that sleeping beauty is just lying there waiting for her prince to come and kiss her. And then, the world will be right again. That you are not that. You are a powerful woman. Yes, you want your king. Yes, you want your prince, or however which way you see your masculine. Yes, you do. But as an equal partner, you are not just going to sit there sleeping, waiting, right? You're not just going to sit there and be just this clay that can be molded by him into whatever he wants, right? You have a mind of your own. You have your own imagination, your own vision, your own soul within this body. And that requires this balance. Like you need a break, right? When things get difficult, you need to balance out your energies. And that is what keeps you in this very powerful mode, which I think is fantastic. Isn't that amazing? Wow. I love this. Okay, so let's pause here and I will give you your affirmation of the day. Affirmation of the day. So today's affirmation is about really, I love that we just got these two queens because it really is an extension of that energy of really being proud of who you are. So today's is, I'm proud of who I am. I am so proud of who I am. So make sure you write that in the comment box below and really feel that pride in yourself. Really, don't go hard on yourself today. Be gentle with yourself. If you have to make a list of all the fantastic things about you, the things that you've accomplished, the characteristics that you have that are so attractive to other people, right? What makes you you, the fantastic you that you are, and be proud of all of that, okay? Wonderful. Now, let's get back to our next question, which is, what does the divine feminine then need to understand about her masculine? What does the divine feminine need to understand about her masculine that she may not be seeing at this time? Wow. Wow, interesting. See, we're getting that energy again, very similar to the way he came up in the beginning. What does the feminine need to understand more about her masculine that she may not be seeing? I love this. Heal the ouch. Look at this. Heal the ouch. I love it. Love this. Oh my gosh. All right. Okay. So look at this. Now, we're getting the same kind of more sadness kind of energy again from the masculine here. Look at this. High Priestess, Three of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so which leads me to the question, feminine. You know, what has happened? Something has happened here between the two of you that has really sent your masculine into some form of a heartbreak. Have you really given him some tough love lately? Have you been maybe pulling away because you haven't liked, the way things have been going in the relationship, but you have definitely broken his heart with whatever has been going on, whether he admits it or not. Because see, there is a bit of a male ego thing going on here. Look at this. I still feel deeply connected to you, but I won't admit it. Okay, so there might be a little bit of sulking going on here from the masculine. He may be feeling wounded. His ego might be down. His pride may be down. But deep down, he is feeling heartbroken. Okay, he may not admit it. He may be acting like a tough guy, but he is feeling like, wow, I have been truly left out in the cold here. Five of Pentacles. I've been excluded from her heart, from her love. I am not basking in her love anymore. I've been kind of set out into the cold. It's breaking my heart, and I need to really go within with this High Priestess energy to figure out what the heck did I do wrong and how can I fix it? What did I do wrong here and how can I fix it? Because this is not what I want. Like, I need my feminine back. I need a miracle here. Look at this. He wants this miracle. Expect the wondrous to emerge, right? There's all this healing energy though, which is coming through, which is really wonderful because see, feminine, you are his home. No matter what. See, cozy, warm, secure. You feel at home with each other. You are his home. And he wants to come back home to you, despite what may have been going on, what may have been happening. He wants this miracle. He's trying to conjure this miracle so that your love can go back to blooming, so that it can go back to blooming. And he wants to heal the ouch. Oh my gosh. So whatever happened here that hurt both of you, that has kept your relationship from thriving and blooming, as this card right here, he wants to heal this, and he feels like he needs a miracle to do so. So there's something in him that is definitely feeling very defeated, feminine, very defeated kind of energy coming through. But see, this is very good. He's really looking into himself. Okay, so that's what you need to understand about him, is that if you think that he's not feeling the pain, that he's not feeling the loss, he really is. Okay, he really is. Like, you have deprived him of his home right now. Not that you deprived him, but like his actions have deprived himself, right? Whatever has gone on between the two of you has deprived him from this feeling of being at home with you, of being connected to you, and feeling like he is now been left out in the cold. So it's like he may be turning to his friends for some support at this time, looking for answers, looking for how he can make this up to you, because he wants you to understand that he does want to heal this. Okay, he wants to make this up to you. He wants to change this for the better. He's looking for how he can get back this relationship back on track, right? But this is a good thing. He is definitely introspecting. So if you feel like, your masculine hasn't been looking inside of himself enough lately, that he hasn't been really, been honest with himself, he's been trying to just kind of evade the truth. Well, now he's definitely starting to see the truth, and it is biting him in the booty, but he's willing to do it. Okay, this is very good. So then let's see, what are the possible future energies of this connection? Where could this connection be going just in the next 7 days? Okay, as we head into, oh my gosh, Valentine's Day is almost here. So where could this connection be going in the next 7 days? Wow. Oh my. Wow. Interesting. Very interesting. Wow. Okay. You know what? I think this is, oh my, see, this is exactly what I said. If you feel that he has not been looking at the truth within himself, well, here we go. He is definitely on track, okay? He is definitely on track to find this truth. I actually like this. These are heavier energies, but you know what? Sometimes you need tough love. Sometimes you need for shit to hit the fan so that you realize what you have and you value it, right? And that you realize what a huge loss it would be to lose the love of your life. So look at this. This is a continuation of this energy of him going within, like that high priestess, right? Hermit's energy, very good. He is definitely facing the truth. You stand in the light of truth, discovering what it is. He is finally ready to look at himself and to step away from all of those behaviors, blocks, and things that have not served him. 8 of Cups. Look at this. He is going to turn his back on the crap. Okay, because he's realized that he cannot lose you, right? He's willing to look at the harsh, cold truth, and he's willing to now leave the crap, all the BS, all the stupid shit behind him. Look at this 8 of Cups. He's going to turn his back on it and he's going to walk away. He's going to clean up that vibration because he has gone within for that truth and he has learned his lessons. I love this. Look, he has learned his lessons and he's learning them hard and tight right now because look at this 10 of Swords. He's at the end of his rope, guys. Okay, feminines, your masculine, this is good. He is done. He is just done. The 10 tells us that he is now ready to turn a corner into that new direction, okay? 10s, yes, the 10 of Swords is probably the scariest card in tarot. It is literally, traditionally a figure with 10 swords lying on the ground with 10 swords in their back. And that means that he has hit rock bottom. And the only way to go now is up. And that is fantastic because the only way to reach that new direction to finally move forward is for him to hit rock bottom and to realize what the truth is, to realize that you are his love. You are his everything. And that if he doesn't want to lose you, he's going to have to learn these lessons and he's going to have to start moving forward and he's going to have to do something big because now he's figured it out. But look at this. Okay, this is kind of interesting to me. Okay, on an ending note, this is kind of really interesting. What I'm feeling though is that this is good. As he comes into his own and as he comes into seeing that he needs to really, really have a grand gesture here to come and win you over, win you back, it is good that he is not sure. There is a mystery here. He doesn't know if he is going to be successful in winning you back. He doesn't know if you will trust him again, love him again, and whether whether you will want him back, even if you haven't been in a long separation, maybe you've just kind of been, a little bit taking your own time here, trying to figure things out. This is good. this puts the pressure on. This puts the heat under the booty, right? Because if you're so sure that your feminine is just going to run back into your open arms, then you're not going to try as hard. So we want this. This is very good. Let him try. Let him make the effort. Let him do the work, okay? Let him feel the heat. He needs to feel that heat so that he can value what he has. Let him chase you, feminine. Let him chase you. Let him put in the work. Let him work really hard to earn your love and trust back again, okay? Don't make it easy for him. This is an important lesson, whether you agree with me or not. This is just I'm feeling this from spirit. Going with what the energies are of the card. There is nothing wrong in letting someone prove themselves to you, especially if they've done you wrong, especially if they have behaved in ways that were not good, right? You don't have to give them a free golden ticket right away, right? Let them realize, let them make the effort. Okay, so I hope that this reading has been very helpful for you. You know that it is a general reading and it may not resonate completely for your situation. If you'd like to have specific guidance for your situation, the link to have a personal reading with me is in the box below, as well as the link to all of these oracle decks that I have created specifically for all of you who are on this journey to love. So you know how much I love you, you know how much I believe in you, and I will see you all on the next video.